Living on the streets, contemplating where it all went wrong, I was faced with two choices: give up or try to turn my life around. I chose option 2, and 60 days after sleeping rough under a bridge, I was a millionaire. Now, before you click back on your browser thinking this is a load of BS, let me show you undeniable proof of the kind of cash sums you could be making very shortly. Stick around for the next few minutes because I'm about to reveal my amazing story and how I went from rock bottom to millionaire in just 60 days using a brand new and revolutionary software, and how you can use the very same method today to replicate my success and start living the life you always dreamed of. Let me ask you something. How have you ended up on this page? I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say you're looking to make money online. Lots of it. I'm guessing you're not earning 7 figures per year. Otherwise, you would be busy doing whatever you do to make it and not browsing the internet looking for ways to make money, right? I'm also probably right in thinking that this isn't the first sales page you've seen. Maybe you've been taken in by the promise of online riches before, only to be horribly let down time and time again. Am I right? I know I am, because that's exactly what happened to me. I was ripped off, conned, manipulated, and downright lied to before I actually discovered a secret method that allowed me to stack huge amounts of cash over and over again. I'm about to let you in on a software so powerful it plows cash into my accounts faster than I can spend it. Take a look at a few of them here, and I'm about to hand you unlimited access to it right now. But before I give you the blueprint to limitless cash, I want you to know how I ended up here. Listen, homelessness was never something I chose. I mean, who does, right? It just kind of happened. It was early 2012, and I'd just gone through a messy divorce. My kids hated me for what they thought I'd done to our family, and my wife had cleaned me out. She took everything, the house, the kids, the money, and I was left with nothing. Anyway, to make matters worse, the stress of my divorce had taken its toll on my performance at work, and after several warnings, I was let go shortly afterwards. Up until that point, I'd been renting a place, but now, with no job and no money, I was promptly evicted. I couldn't believe it. Just over a year ago, my life was perfect. I had a house, a wife, and a beautiful family. Now I was walking the streets, struggling to survive, spending my nights between hostels or, when they were full, under a bridge in an old sleeping bag. I had to get myself out of the mess I was in, and all I could think of was the internet, as I knew it was the only way to set up a business on a shoestring budget. By this time, I was desperate, but that actually worked in my favour as it spurred me on. I would spend my morning begging, and although it was very humbling and embarrassing, it was actually surprisingly lucrative. I looked to earn £50 in a morning, which was fairly easy. Once I had that amount, I would head over to an internet cafe nearby. It was so nice to get out of the wind and rain, and they also offered free tea and coffee for their customers, which was a bonus. I spent 4, 5, 6 hours a day in that internet cafe, reading forums and taking in as much information as I possibly could about how to earn a living online. I spent a lot of the time on one particular forum, which specialized in black hat tactics. Never anything illegal, but ways to make fast money using certain methods. I started making money here and there selling Instagram followers, Facebook and Twitter likes and YouTube views, which was getting me by. In fact, I built up quite a lucrative little business, earning myself a couple of $100 a week. And although it was nice not to have to beg for money anymore, I wanted more. I needed to get my life back on track, and a couple of $100 a week wasn't going to cut it. One day, as I browsed to my favourite forum, I noticed it was no longer there. What I saw instead was a list of folders. In fact, I learned later that it was being hacked at that precise moment, and the hacker had exposed the directories to the public. I quickly scanned them, and one named VIP caught my eye. I instantly inserted my USB stick and downloaded the folder. No sooner had I done that, but the site returned to normal. I had stumbled across it just at the right moment. I started looking through the USB stick to find out what was on it, and quickly realized I had stumbled upon a hidden part of the forum that only a few select VIPs were allowed to access. It was full of working methods that had never been shared with the public on the open forum. These methods were the creme de la creme that the 3 moderators of the forum were using between them, They were even sharing their ideas and results in the VIP threads there, and I was now able to read them all. I realized I had accidentally hit upon a goldmine and set about reading each and every method and post these guys had written. One system in particular caught my eye. It was a brand new, unique binary trading method that they had been using to rake in huge sums from the brokers. Reading into it a little more, I saw that they were discussing the amounts that they'd made using it. $4,782.21 per day, $16,533.94 in a week, and $106,843.99 in one of the guy's first month. I quickly printed off the entire data on the USB stick and spent the rest of the night studying it all. I didn't get a wink of sleep, partly because I was freezing cold under the bridge, but mainly because I was massively excited. The thing that excited me about this system was that no one had sold it to me. I had accidentally stumbled upon it. This was never meant for anyone else to see, which is why I knew it had to work. The next morning, I went straight to my internet cafe, set up an account with the same broker these guys were using, and started putting the system to the test. I was nervous as the minimum amount to use was $25. That's about £15 sterling per trade, but I followed the system to the letter. And sure enough, my first trade won. I doubled my money in less than 60 seconds. I spent the rest of the day doing the same thing, and time again, my $25 turned into $50 in less than 60 seconds. I didn't want it to stop, but eventually the cafe had to close, and I was asked to leave. My broker account was now at $810.21 for the day. That night, for the first time in a long time, I checked myself into a nearby hotel and had the best night's sleep of my life. I spent the next few days using the system daily. I was making between $700 and $3,000 per day every day. I was back on my feet and life was good. There was one slight problem though. I was now spending all of my spare time on my computer using the system to bring in my money. Don't get me wrong, the money was great, but I wanted to start rebuilding my family life too. I decided to automate the system. I knew a fantastic coder that had helped me with my Instagram business, so I enlisted him to help. After 6 weeks, the software was finally ready. It cost a lot more than I expected, as it was far harder to automate than I imagined. But it worked like a dream. It was faster, more profitable, and hands-free. Now, my profits ramped up even more. I was making $20,000 a day and more fully automated. Within 60 days, I had over $1 million in my bank account and growing. What difference could $20,000 a day or more make in your life? Because for me, the benefits were endless. I managed to get my wife and kids back. We bought a brand new house and a holiday home in Florida. The kids love it. There is no stress anymore. We really are living the dream now. Whoever says money doesn't bring happiness is kidding themselves. Your life can be the same too, starting today. Listen, I'm no expert. I don't claim to be. But I just stumbled across the most mind-blowing system that actually works and coded it into something truly amazing. And now you're about to get your hands on the very same software, and all in one proprietary system that requires no work other than 5 minutes to set it up, requires no huge investment, requires no technical skill or knowledge, can be used by anyone to profit with, and has no limits to how much you can earn using it. Listen, I've already had 4 very large 7-figure offers from major investors and corporations to get full rights to this software. They can clearly see the earning potential with this. And although I was tempted, I turned them all down. You see, this thing is worth more than that. It really is. I'm not interested in a lump sum. I'm more interested in recurring income for life. So with that in mind, this is my offer to you. I'm going to let you have a copy of the software today, right now, for free. It's going to be limited to 60 days though. So in the next 60 days, you have free reign over this software. Whatever you make with it is yours to keep. Use the software for a full 60 days, make as much money as you can with the software, and keep every red cent for yourself. Don't pay me a single penny. Once the 60 days are up, the software license will expire. You then have a decision to make. You either carry on using the software and pay me a 3% cut of your profits, or you discontinue it, pay me nothing at all, keeping everything you made in the first 60 days to yourself. There will be no pressure on my part. So what have you got to lose? Try it. If you don't like it, you've lost nothing. But if you do like it, and I'm sure you will if making money online is your desire, then you have everything to gain. I need to warn you though, this is a limited time offer. I only want to work with a maximum of 100 dedicated individuals. That way you can all get my full undivided attention, and I can personally make sure you're doing a minimum of $5,000 per week pure profit, no matter what your starting balance. So you must be quick. If this page is still up, then it means that there's at least one spot left, but that could be gone any moment. Enter your email into the box below right now and claim your spot. Maybe you're still slightly skeptical. I don't blame you. With all the scams and rubbish out there, you're right to be, so I want to give you my unconditional guarantee. Firstly, you're not going to pay me a penny up front for this system. You don't even have to enter your credit card details, so you have nothing to lose there. But I want to take it a step further. I'm going to guarantee you will earn $5,000 per week profit with this system, or I will pay you $1,000 from my own pocket. Can't say fairer than that. It's a win-win scenario. Try it for a full 60 days, risk and payment free. If you don't make at least $5,000 per week with it, simply send me your trading statements and I will send you $1,000 out of my own pocket. It can't be fairer than that. So let's get started. To download my system right now, just enter your email into the section below this video. This will redirect you to the download section, where I have provided step-by-step instructions on how to get started with my system. Remember, this is limited to 100 people only. If you miss out now, you will not get another chance ever. I am closing my offer for good. So if you want a safe, risk-free method of making $5,000 per week or more, no matter what country you're from in the world, then you need to take action right now. If you want to change your life today, then this is the opportunity you've been looking for. In less than 30 minutes from now, you could be $500, $1,000, or even $5,000 richer. Enter your email below and let's get started.